The following message is transmitted at the request of Dr. Ron Paul.
Oh, it's time, ladies and gentlemen. It's time. Time to make a MALT video. Punk rock superstar, airborne paratrooper, tugboat trash extraordinaire, and provider of authentic MALT liquor and Valentine Ale Massacre entertainment on YouTube. The Oaktown Hellbilly, aka Mr. Med 40 ounce, back going now with my Mickey's fine MALT liquor straight off the dangerous streets of Stockton, California. In order for me to bring you this high quality, authentic MALT liquor entertainment production tonight. Oh, out fucking standing, out fucking standing. Not a bad cap toss, ladies and gentlemen. Mickey's fine MALT liquor. Let's go.
So why did you believe him? I could have saved you. I tried to warn you. You looked
delicious.
You asked for this. You've made your bed. Now lie in it. But don't call it a grave. It's the future you chose. We're trapped in the belly of this horror.
Absolutely refreshing and fucking delicious. Brewed and packaged by hardworking, patriotic fucking Americans. And you need to support that.
It didn't have to end like this. It's happening. It didn't have to be like this. It's happening. You could have prevented this.
Oh, that's fucking good. I cannot get over how good the flavor on that fresh as fuck Mickey's is, ladies
You
and
only
gentlemen.
had to listen.
Good until April 10th, 2023. Shout out to Shady, by the way.
It's happening. It's over.
Alright. Let's get into this whole fucking thing over here. I haven't been too active on this fucking YouTube thing because I've been working on a project that I did talk about a couple of years ago, a year and a half ago or more. And you will see that come to fruition. It has already come to fruition, but you will see that within the next few weeks, maybe month. We're going to start up a series of masterpieces. There will be a Valentine Ale Massacre video. There will be a Hearst-equipped video. And there will be, like I said, a fucking year and a half ago, there will be a 2014 Chevrolet Camaro SS MALT liquor video. It's already parked in my fucking driveway, MALT liquor. But I got to do a couple of things to it before I showcase it and make a masterpiece in front of it. We're doing Vinyl Hall and MALT liquor tonight. We're going to be talking about classic rock. We're going to be talking about punk rock. We're going to be talking vinyl. But most importantly, we're going to be enjoying a 40 ounce of Mickey's fine MALT liquor. MALT liquor. Delicious. Shout out to 219 J Jones. Rock Bottom 559, Cause of 25. Loot Bag Larry, Pro Wrestling Guy, and Lone Wolf fucking 420. The motherfucking Northern California contingent. And of course, 209 J Jones and I, the California Camaro SS crew, MALT liquor. Now let's get into this shit. Let's set the fucking tone. Fuck off. Live TV, folks, it does happen. All right. Of course, we gotta fucking listen to a fucking
With
stupid
2 times
ad.
sustained lifting power.
Fuck you,
Conquer
bitch.
any load. So you can get back to
Ah,
doing
fuck.
what you love.
YouTube is
Use
terrible.
the free clean night packs.
It's just unconscionably bad. Probably have to listen to this 2 or 3 times. Who knows? Let's enjoy some more MALT liquor. Some more shout outs, of course. Shady. Hell to Pay 80, of course. Lil J. I did pretty well for Christmas. I got several vinyl records. First up, this is a greatest hits album of Creedence Clearwater Revival, CCR. Every single song that's on this record is outstanding. I got this from my uncle for Christmas. He sent me 3 records and they'll be showcased in this masterpiece, and it was nice of him to do that. As you can probably figure out, my uncle is a boomer, and of course he says that his generation's music is better than anyone else's, which is probably, maybe it's true, maybe not, but you know, it's hard to beat the 90s, man. And of course the 70s and 80s with punk and hardcore. Hardcore going all the way to 1999. I mean, you know, it's impossible to beat that. But like I said, it's in the eye of the beholder. Like, you see a nice looking woman, you're at the Hong Kong club in Tijuana, you see a nice looking woman in there that you think is nice looking, maybe somebody else doesn't think that shit. So, you know, it is what it is. You gotta deal with it. Creedence Clearwater Revival, Greatest Hits. Great album. I can't wait to spin that masterpiece right there. Old liquor. Okay, this is the Beatles anniversary edition, Abbey Road. Another, like, not a bad song on here. I remember when I was a kid. God damn, these motherfuckers. Fuck off. Live TV, folks, it does happen. Nothing stops a Malt Liquor video. I remember when I was a kid, my mother used to love the Beatles. Anytime we'd go somewhere in the car or whatever, she'd be playing some Beatles on cassette, some Beatles album on cassette back in the 80s. And that's how I started to listen to it. Obviously, I didn't have a fucking choice. And it actually started to sound good to me after a while. I was like, you know what, it's not too bad. So this is a masterpiece, and I'm looking forward to spinning this one as well. Not a bad song on here. That's how it goes. The Beatles, Abbey Road. Up next, the best of Jimi Hendrix double album. You know, Purple Haze, obviously. Foxy Lady. Those are the two songs that I really know about. There's a lot of things about him I don't know, but I do know this. Jimi Hendrix was in the Army. He was a fucking Raksan soldier. If you look at my vest here, 101st Airborne Division Air Assault. I was a fucking Raksan from 2004 to 2007. And once you're a Raksan, you're in that shit for life. Malt Liquor. Jimi Hendrix Greatest Hits album. Also from my uncle. Those three are from my uncle. And I sent him and my aunt, I sent them a punk album and also the, you know, Fleetwood Mac fucking Rumors album, which he needed a fresh copy of that because his original one was pretty fucking tore up from what he told me. Malt Liquor. Shout out to Golden Walrus, of course. This is a man that ate an entire large pizza and drank a 40-ounce of malt liquor within 10 minutes. And that's approaching Mr. Rainer 009 territory. Shout out to Mr. Rainer 009, the motherfucking Mark Messier at Malt Liquor, ladies and gentlemen. Malt Liquor. Delicious. Up next from 1234 Go Records in Oakland, California. Negative Approach, the Tied Down demo. This is straight up fucking early 80s hardcore, which is, you know, it has more of a punk sound to it, but either way, it's fast, furious, direct, and to the fucking point. They're not exactly singing about falling in love here. This is a masterpiece. All of its imperfections are right there in it. You know, it is what it is. I probably paid too much for this, but this is the Record Store Day. What year is this shit? Probably Record Store Day 2021. And that looks like black vinyl. But, you know, we got what we got here. Negative Approach, Tang Records pressing. Negative Approach is a band that I would love to see live. I never have. I've been listening to their stuff for years and years and years. It's just one of those things, you know. Now they've started touring again. I mean, he's older. He's in his late 50s now, so, you know. But they can still fucking hold it down, I guarantee it. Negative Approach, Tied Down demo from 1983. And we gotta do that again. Fucking ads. Fuck you. Bullshit. Malt Liquor label out. Let's get some of this down here. Malt Liquor. Shout out to Loot Bag Larry. Last Friday, I went to Sacramento. I saw Steel Panther in concert. Out fucking standing. If you don't know, Steel Panther is they're like a parody of a glam rock or hair metal band from the 80s. And a lot of people were dressed up. There was a lot of nice looking women in there. you look around at the crowd, it was like it was 1988 in there. Of course, I dress like this. When I go to shows, I like to dress up. So I dress punk rock, and people were coming up to me and they said, "No punk rock allowed. Get the fuck out of here." And you know, and there's a song called "Death to All But Metal." So I kept hearing that. I didn't fucking know. I didn't know that much about the band, but I heard that a bunch of times. So of course, I went on my phone. I Googled it or whatever, and it started to make sense after a while. You know, no punk rock allowed. No punk rockers. Get the fuck out of here. Death to All But Metal. Steel Panther, great concert. If you have an opportunity to see that band live, go do it. They are fucking. Unlike punk, they're actually great musicians. And the nice looking women are just fucking drawn to it. So there you go. Full liquor. Absolutely refreshing and fucking. Let's study the label. Up next, Bad Religion Suffer from 1988. This is the quintessential Bad Religion album. Personally, my favorite album from the band is Fuck Armageddon, This Is Hell, and The Grey Race. Those are my two favorites, but this one is also excellent. You know, you can't really go wrong with it. At the time, you know, in Los Angeles, you know, it was kind of dwindling. Shit was going downhill, and there wasn't a lot of people going to shows. And then Bad Religion came on the scene with this. They had been around for already 8 years or so. But this came out and it changed people's perspective on what so-called hardcore could be. I would not call this a hardcore record by any stretch, but it's a punk rock record that has a lot more melody to it. And I highly recommend this. Bad Religion Suffer. From 1234 Go Records in Oakland, California. Ladies and gentlemen, I am fucking half in the bag. Shout out to Falstaff, of course, fucking holding it down in New York. Now, Falstaff, I'll tell you what, the New York Mets are my fucking favorite squadron. And we're going to see some fucking New York Mets World Series championships, I'm telling you right now. Look behind me on the fucking wall. More liquor. Ah, delicious. Now, this one I've been fucking waiting on forever to find a copy of it. U.S. Bombs Garibaldi Guard. I have one more U.S. Bombs record to get, and then I will have the complete discography. And at that time, once I get that one, it's hard to find, there will be a U.S. Bombs discography Malt Liquor video, and there will be a Total Chaos discography Malt Liquor video, one and the same. Because I do have the entirety of Total Chaos's catalog on vinyl at this time. This is a masterpiece, 1996 Alive Records pressing, an OG copy of this. I found it on Discogs. It was somewhat reasonably priced, but there hadn't been one up for sale in over 6 months. And I decided, as soon as I saw it, I decided to jump on it, and I bought it right away. And it arrived a few weeks ago, and I've already spun it several times. It sounds better than I remember, and I remember it from having it on CD, and then obviously on digital. And this just, I don't know what to tell you, but the warmth, the fucking, the way you should be listening to punk rock is on vinyl records. That's just the way it is. U.S. Bombs Garibaldi Guard, 1996. Dwayne Peters is the punkest man alive. Old liquor. I have. These are all my U.S. Bombs records right here. We Are the Problem, Road Case, Back at the Laundromat, The World. Of course, Warbirth. You have to see this cover. I mean, this is a masterpiece. This is probably my favorite one, you know. Put Strength in the Final Blow, masterpiece from the early 90s. Nevermind the Open Minds, excellent. And then, of course, the U.S. Bombs live record compilation. Do that shit again. Out fucking standing. Every one of them is a masterpiece. I love this band. I love the Huns. I love the Dwayne Peters Gunfight, U.S. Bombs. Anything this guy touches, as far as I'm concerned, is gold. And I did get to see them live about almost 4 years ago now. Delicious. Last but not least, one of my all-time favorites. Oh no, I have two more. Not last, but one of my all-time favorites, Primus Pork Soda. If you're familiar with Primus, you know Sailing the Seas of Cheese. You know Down at the DMV. You know fucking My Name is Mud. You know who Les Claypool is, and he's a very talented musician. He also did his band also did the South Park opening theme. So there you go, Primus Pork Soda. I got this from a record store in Connecticut called Tumbleweeds in my hometown where I grew up at, Niantic, Connecticut. The last time I had set foot in Tumbleweeds was probably 2004, after I got home from Iraq the first time. I was still buying CDs at the time. And they had CDs, they had some vinyl records, but it was mostly CDs in there. And I'm grateful that they were able to stay alive, you know? Because it's a great shop. They have also like vintage clothing. They have a lot of punk rock art and stuff like that. And there's all kinds of shit in that. So it's a great store. Tumbleweeds in Niantic, Connecticut. I got at them on Instagram. They were doing a video where they were flipping through the bins and showing what they had for sale. And I asked if they would be able to send it out to California, and they did. They graciously did. And I received it. And this is a wonderful album. It's one of my all-time favorites. It had been on my list for a while. It just got recently got a pressing late in 2022. Before that pressing, I mean, you're looking at $50 or $60 or $70 for a sealed copy of this, and I got this for about $34. Not bad, plus shipping. Wasn't too bad. Of course, you're going to overpay on everything. That's how it goes when you do this shit. But you want to support those small record shops and all that, and you definitely want to fucking hold it down and all this and that and the other thing. Primus Pork Soda, outstanding album. Another one I can't wait to fucking open up and listen to tonight. I buy them to listen to them. Now, if you buy them to display them on the fucking wall or whatever, that's fine too. It doesn't matter. You do whatever you got to do. Whatever you like to do. There's no right or wrong answer for none of this shit. Shout out to Farkles 1. Last but not least, finally they repressed Snapcase Progression Through Unlearning. I've been waiting for this one. I already have it. I had a 2012 copy from Record Store Day, but this is such a masterpiece. I listen to it a lot. I spin it a lot, and I wanted a backup fresh copy. I already showcased it on another Bootlicker video, masterpiece. But here we go right here. This, that, and the other thing. Snapcase Progression Through Unlearning. Buffalo, upstate New York. Hardcore from Buffalo. And just fucking hold it down. I got to see Snapcase at the L&G Club in New London, Connecticut in December of '99. And I'll tell you, that night was fucking wild. I mean, All Out War was there, Scarhead was there, and 25 to Life was there. And you talk about people going fucking crazy. I mean, there was just a lot of pylons, motherfuckers hanging off the fucking rafters, people jumping out of the fucking windows. It was just crazy. I personally did a fucking backflip off one of the half stacks. You know, I was younger then. I was only fucking 25 years old at the time, so there you go. I would not attempt to do that now. I'm too old for that, but, you know, that's what it's all about. It's representing. You go in there, you fucking represent. That's how it goes, Bootlicker. Snapcase, Progression Through Unlearning, fuck Victory Records, Bootlicker. This time I'm fucking half in the bag. Bad. I think I overdid it before. I was watching the Meekum auction in Kissimmee, Florida, and I was drinking too much fucking malt liquor this afternoon. I should have maybe cammed up, but I didn't. Once you catch that hot rod fever, that's the way it goes, ladies and gentlemen. Malt liquor. Approaching the swill. We're at the motherfucking swill. Somebody call the swill. I call it the best fucking part of the whole goddamn thing. Shout out to San Diego 40 ounce. Shout out to Sandra Pena. I hate Bud Light. Fucking Barney Grumble. Marshall Jim Duncan. Everybody. Malt liquor. Robert Douglas. 25 Mike depleted uranium. Everybody. Alright. Dead 77, take us the fuck out of here. Yeah. Los Angeles punk rock, Highly recommended. Highly, highly recommend. Ah, delicious. Absolutely no door chrome. Oaktown Hellbilly, I hope you enjoyed it. I talked a bit, I rambled a bit. I'm half in the bag. Rate, comment, subscribe, whatever the fuck you gotta do. I'm the fuck out of here. We'll see you next week. Malt liquor.